Hello, happy Wednesday. Oh goodness, are my headphones on? They are not. No, they are. All right, so happy full moon in Taurus. Moon in Taurus, according to Western Tropical, at 13 degrees, with the sun at 13 degrees of Scorpio opposing that. So pretty cool, fun stuff. I'm still just doing my thing since Friday. I call it like the Basset Hound effect or something, which is where I just feel like, ooh, there's lots of head congestion and just letting it pass through, letting the density lift itself. I feel like I feel like I'm really out of it. So usually I have a pretty good tempo on the day. Today's Wednesday, traditionally ruled by Mercury. So I do feel like there's a lot of harmony. And even though, Mercury would be the mind, and it's more of an air energy, right? Because of Gemini, it does really feel very heart-centered today. It almost feels like today is a day of gifts. And this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the full moon. This is just kind of like um my energetic feel for the day, because that's always my intention with these lives, is to tell you the energy from the way that I'm feeling it, sensing it. Then I'll pull some cards and I'll talk about light astrology during these, but I am going to make separate recordings on each day of the week according to the astrology. So our first card is going to be from the Thoth deck. I'll show everyone first. It did come up upside down, so we can discern what this might mean together. And I do everything intuitively, but if you know the traditional meaning and that suits you, that's very well. Always take what resonates. So upside down, lust, the 11 card. So 11 could be 11 or 11 could be 2. Let's see. I'm interpreting this card right now in this moment as you're trying to do too much. And maybe even like there's a little bit of misguided fire energy, perhaps. And what I mean by that is doing something just to do something, because I know a lot of people have a hard time being idle. But doing something just for the sake of doing something, just for the sake of not being lazy. Oh, I need to get out of the house. And I mean, this isn't the end all be all describer, I guess, but if you're doing something just to say you got something done, or maybe you have like a really tight schedule and a couple things got canceled, and you're feeling some sense of like, I need to do something to fill in those gaps. That's all well and fine if you're feeling good and in alignment, and your health feels good, your body feels good, your mind feels good, you have high energy, everything like that. But if you're doing constantly, and perhaps it's because you're trying to avoid being still, you're trying to avoid letting an emotion or some type of density pass through you. Not to say that all emotions are dense, but I feel like this very much has to do with, I want to say, manifestation. So you're working on something that's been in your mind and in your heart and in your intention for a really long time, and you see little breadcrumbs here and there that are letting you know you are on the right track. But doing something empty in nature just to do it isn't the same as doing something that's aligned action. So better to wait for divine timing when all the signs and signals everywhere around you are telling you it's go time than to force something to occur. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. And also, like, you're doing too much. So maybe this is saying you're doing too much. And because of that, you're feeling overwhelmed. You need to take a chill pill with your nervous system. And I don't literally mean a chill pill, I mean like relax and be in silence, or science almost came out there. Or, go outside at night, get one of those Starfinder apps and start studying the planets and stuff. change your perspective away from yourself in a sense. So that's what I'm saying with this one. Let's see what the next one has to say. And we're going to pull from Astro Star Cards. So yeah, it's almost like you're driving down the road in your car, and there's nothing good on the radio, and you don't have any other options in the particular car that you're driving, but you're forcing yourself to listen to music that you don't like because you just don't want to sit in silence, because you just don't want to. It's almost like there's a part of yourself that's trying to communicate with you, and you're almost not letting it. So aligned action is important, not forcing things, and also spending time in silence is really important. And if you can't handle silence, then maybe, put on a I can't even talk, a waterfall sound in your headphones, or even like any kind of nature sounds, or, go outside and walk around. Try to be in your body and just allow yourself to be instead of constantly doing. That's what I feel from that card. Okay. Here's our next card. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it came out right side up or not. You guys remember those commercials where the person's walking like crooked and they need a V8? Like, that's how I feel. Okay, so let's see what this card is. So it looks like right here it's upside down. I don't know for sure that it is upside down, but we'll just take a look at it right side up. Okay, so another 11, the 11th house, community. 9 plus 4 is what? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 4. And then let's take a look at this. I feel like this is all about shadow integration. And I also feel like that's kind of what this was saying too. Instead of looking at yourself more closely, I don't want to say you're ignoring something, but you're distracting yourself from the quiet because maybe there's an emotion that's going to come up that you don't want to deal with. And if we looked at them both like this, whichever, but I feel like this card is talking about shadow integration. It's also talking about community. Let me see how I can working together. So, and I feel like if we're talking about shadow integration, or we're talking about being still with ourselves, I feel like this card is saying like there's a bunch of different pieces and parts of you. So you can't just focus on the one part of yourself that you like the best or that you get the best external validation about. You need to realize that your whole body is a community that works together to keep you safe. So if there's stuff coming up that's triggering you or making you feel uncomfortable, it's best to really talk to your body and say, hey, can you let me in on what's going on here, instead of trying to distract yourself with music or just doing things constantly instead of taking a break. That's how I'm interpreting all of that. And let's get the last card. And it could almost also be like this feeling of wanting to crawl out of your skin. Like maybe it's a choice that you made a long time ago in haste, and now you're in really deep with the decision. Or, maybe not even haste, but you're just going with the flow, and there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe you have kind of shed some layers of you that were not you. And when you engaged in this particular partnership or job or whatever it might be, whatever this decision was, you're now seeing that you have changed, or you've gotten back to who you really are, and you're not sure how to proceed forward. And maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe that's the word that I'm looking for. And this one also came up upside down. But I do feel like today could be a really good day for, even if you can only take like 5 or 10 minutes and just sitting down. You can listen to like positive affirmations. You can listen to some type of frequency music. You can go outside and simply just listen to the bird song, and this guy is upside down, and it says letting go, which 4 plus 3 is 7, which to me is divine truth, which also is you're protected, right? So Yeah. So it seems to me that you're ignoring something that's calling your attention and you're trying to use your fire energy of keeping yourself busy to not have to go into your emotions. You're not wanting to look deeper into yourself for some particular reason. And this is saying, stop focusing on the problem, let it go, but just be in your body, love yourself, do some shadow work. And then let's pull a chakra card and just see. And these are just the 7 main chakras. See if there's a message here. And of course, we got the heart. So, and always, 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 when you're giving love, you have, if you're giving love or anything to other people, and you perhaps are doing it because that's what you're craving for yourself, make sure to remember to give that to yourself first. So, like, if you're wanting support from your partner or your employer, give that support to yourself first. If you're wanting compassion from your community or the outside world at large, give that to yourself first. So everything starts with us and inside. And that is what I have for today for this portion of the live. I hope everyone has a wonderful full moon. Talk to you later. Bye.